If you have clicked on this video, you probably want to know how to become an online coach. Now, the good news is anyone can be an online coach. You can decide as of now that you are an online coach. The bad news is, or the bad side to that is, that means there's a lot of shit online coaches out there. If you're watching this video, hopefully you want to become a good one. I've been coaching online now for 6 years, helped transform hundreds, if not close to 1,000 people's lives and achieved results such as these. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my top tips to become an online coach and a good one. Now, the first thing that I think everyone needs to become an online coach is to have a why. Why do you want to be an online coach? Is it so you can work from anywhere in the world and you can be on your laptop sipping pina coladas by the beach? Let me tell you, it doesn't work like that. At least not for me in US. If you want to be an online coach and to be a good online coach, you should have a strong passion for coaching, for helping other people. Whether that's because you've been through that journey yourself before, which pretty much everyone who is an online coach has been through a good transformative journey, or you just have a massive passion for helping people or fitness industry. Now, when it comes to qualifications, there isn't really any qualifications out there to become an online coach. There's no exam that you need to sit to pass the test to become an online coach. You can put online coach in your bio and you can start charging for it. But there's a few things I recommend you do prior to that. A lot of people will ask me, should I qualify as a personal trainer to become an online coach? I know people who have qualified as a personal trainer and people who haven't qualified as a personal trainer, and both are extremely good coaches. I personally qualified as a PT back in 2018 through Elite Academy in Blackrock, Dublin. It was, if anything, a stepping stone into the fitness industry for me. So if you are thinking about getting qualified or not getting qualified, go for it. Why not? There's no harm in getting qualified, but you just do not need it, just so you know. Now, the second and I think the most important thing to do as a coach starting off in the industry is to invest in yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to invest money. There's countless hours of free resources online, YouTube, podcasts, books, where you can upskill yourself. But the best courses or the best places to upskill yourself will require a little bit of transaction. You give money to someone and in return, that person gives you knowledge. Whether that is through courses online, where you can find the answer, how to coach all levels from lifestyle clients all the way up to physique competitors, or even through hiring your first coach, which I do think is vitally important for any coach in the industry. You have to believe in the process and trust the process yourself. The moment my career really took a turn was when I hired my first coach, and he mentored me not to become an online coach or with the business, but just to become a better coach, to understand humans, to understand the human body, to understand training, to understand nutrition. These are a lot more important than what a lot of people will focus on, which is the business side of things. That should come down the line. The biggest downfall I see with online coaches that are starting off in the industry is they put the cart before the horse. They want to learn about marketing and they want to learn about DMs and outreach. That can all come once you know how to coach. So when you are getting into the fitness industry and you are starting off as an online coach, make sure that you are actually able to coach someone, that you can achieve a result. It is a results-based business at the end of the day, and I am very much a results-driven coach. I have helped a lot of my clients who have become coaches over the years getting into the fitness industry, mentoring them, and not focusing too much on the business side, but helping them actually become a good coach. Something that my first mentor told me and my first coach told me that always stuck with me is the best coaches in the world are just out there being good coaches. You probably don't even know their name. Now, of course, over time, you want to build an audience. You want to get more clients in the door. You want to help transform people's lives. But there's no point taking money off people if you can't help them. For me, that's just bad etiquette, and that's not something that I personally stand by. So once you've upskilled yourself, once you've invested in the courses, you invest into coaches, you've leveled up in your own kind of knowledge and you're ready to take on your first client, what do you need to do? Now, if you want to work with a certain niche, as you feel as though that's where you're best, that's where you can resonate, that's where you can help the most people, then cool, pick your niche. Whether that's busy professionals, whether that's athletes wanting to improve their field performance, whether that's specifically physique development or bodybuilding. There's a niche out there for everything. Personally, I've never really niched down. Over time, a certain type of client started to appeal to me and started to come to me, and I obviously appealed to them as a coach, which is more so down the physique development route. People that want to achieve either an elite lifestyle result, a life-changing transformation, or they want to take their physique that one step further, whether that's a photo shoot prep or a bodybuilding prep. So once you've gotten yourself qualified, or once you've invested into yourself through a mentor, through a coach, and maybe you've niched down and you're ready to start working with a very particular client, the first thing that I would do, and that I advise all my clients to do that are coaches or that are starting off in the coaching industry, and that what I did was help people for free. Why should someone pay you for something that you don't know if you can do yet? I can't wrap my head around how coaches can come into the industry, charge the same price that what I'm charging now after 6-7 years, and expect people to pay it. Reach out to a couple of friends, a couple of family members, get 5 clients, 5 friends, 5 family members, coach them for free, okay? 8-12 weeks, get a transformation out of them. Treat them like they are everything, because they are, okay? That is your first step into the fitness industry. Once you get results out of those guys or girls, then you can ask them to stay on. Obviously, they become paying clients. You can use their transformations as testimonials, social proof, put that out online to draw in more attention. 5 clients can become 10 clients very easily. 10 clients can become 20 clients very easily. Another part of online coaching and I suppose marketing and acquiring clients that people seem to forget about is word of mouth. Probably the most important and the most respected type of marketing is word of mouth, is referral. And reward your clients with referrals. If someone refers a client to you or refers a friend to you and they then become a client, reward that person. So now you're able to get a couple of transformations, you understand how to coach, you can get a result, you've built a small client base, 5-10 people. Now I will start focusing on building an online presence. Think about your ideal avatar, your ideal client. Where do they hang out? What social media platforms are they using? For me, Instagram is king, always will be. TikTok, not something that I enjoy, not something that I consume. Personally, I think it's a waste of time. Or YouTube. I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy longer format content. Then start to post educational content, free content for your ideal clientele or for your ideal avatar to start consuming. As you're starting off in the fitness industry, you should give away everything for free. You should undercharge and over-deliver. And that's something I still stand by to this day. Undercharge, over-deliver. That way, customer satisfaction is always really high. From there, you need to start looking at the back end side of things. You have a couple of clients, you need to make sure that the back end, it's running smoothly and that you can focus on being an online coach. Now, for the first couple of years, you'll be doing the coaching, you'll be doing the marketing, you'll be doing the content, you'll be doing the education, you'll be doing the service, absolutely everything. It's down to you, and that's the way it should be. Do not try and outsource too quickly. Only outsource once you have mastered everything. So when you're ready to get some systems in place, look at your onboarding process. Okay, get an onboarding process in place. When a client or when a potential client comes to you to become an online coach, how are you going to onboard that client? What is the steps from getting them as inquiry to client? Then look at your check-in systems. Okay, what is your check-in schedule? For me, service is super important. That's one of the reasons why I have the business that I do have today, because I know my service is very, very good. Then start to get your sheets or your app in place. Kahunas is an app that a lot of online coaches use. Me personally, I use Google Sheets. It's how I work. It's how I like to work. Have your check-in sheet in place. Have your systems in place. Have your tracking in place. Make it as easy as possible, not just for you, but also for your clientele. The more automated the back end is, the less time you have to spend doing admin work, the more time you can spend actually being a good coach. Now, once you have your systems in place, things are starting to run a little bit more smoothly. Keep focusing on just being a good coach. That has to be the most important thing. So many people are always just focused on getting in new clients, okay? But the front door should be shut if the back door is wide open. If people are leaving because they're not getting results, then you have an issue, okay? That back door should be shut firmly. Then, once that back door is shut firmly, you're able to manage the type of clientele that you have, the number that you have, then open the door for more. This is where you can start putting a little bit more research and time into content, into marketing, into getting your message across so that you can help as many people as you possibly can. And again, that should be your why. If you're solely focused on numbers, solely focused on bringing people in the front door, you're not going to have a reputable brand. Now, maybe coaching is starting to go well for you. Maybe you have between 20, 30 clients, which is a nice number. Now you can start focusing on driving the business forward, okay? As you start to grow, think long term. Think what you want to be known for, what you stand for, what is your mission statement. Start to get a logo in place, start to get some branding in place. You can build an email list, start a YouTube channel. looking at other ways of you getting the message out there. The most important part throughout all this is that you do not forget what you stand for. You do not forget why you started in the fitness industry. And that why should be because it's your passion, because you really enjoy helping people. You also must continue to invest into yourself. Over the last 6 years, I've invested upwards of 60 to 70 grand on mentors, coaches, programs, anything that I could do to better myself. You have to spend money to make money, and that's something that you have to understand. Otherwise, you will be your own bottleneck. The biggest issue that a lot of the coaches have is they are their own bottleneck. They are the reason why they can't get to that next level. They're not willing to invest in themselves. I have so many coaches or so many online coaches that are starting out in the industry that DM me looking for advice, and I give them advice. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to level up fully until you fully invest into yourself and into the coaching process. Look at it this way. Online coaches are like a filter, okay? And there's a lot of information out there and there's a lot of shit online, okay? But someone who is a couple of years ahead of you in the game, who has the experience, who has the knowledge, who has the know-how, who has done it before, they are a filter. They can just go through all that information, get rid of the shit, and pass you down what you need to know to get you to the next level. And it doesn't need to be someone who's at the top of the game. It needs to just be someone who's a couple of years ahead of you, who's in the position that you want to be in. Don't expect everything to be handed to you. Don't expect everything to be free. You will have to pay money to get a seat at the table. And at the end of the day, those that pay money pay attention. My last mentor that I invested into was 12 grand up front. Personally, do not think it was worth it, but it just shows again how I'm willing to invest into myself, how I'm willing to invest into my clientele, because if I don't invest into that, if I don't invest into my company, into my own knowledge, I'll never be able to continue to grow. And even if it was a loss of money, I still took a lesson from that. Now, I do believe that a lot of the business mentors out there are sleazy. It's all the same kind of sales tactics. And matter of fact, the majority of business mentors out there are just failed online coaches. Now, if you made it this far and you were serious about becoming an online coach, becoming a good online coach, someone who is in it for the right reasons, someone who wants to build a brand, someone who wants to help change people's lives, while also living life on your terms. I'm in this apartment in Dubai. I'm in Dubai the last 4 weeks. I was in Thailand for 6 weeks before that. I was in Dubai for 4 weeks before that. I was in Manchester before that. I'm able to travel the world and continue to do what I love because I followed the steps. I did what I needed to do. I didn't sell out. I didn't become sleazy. I built a reputable coaching brand based off my morals and off who I am and who I want to be. And if you are interested in getting your name out there in the fitness industry or getting started as a coach, I have opened up 5 more spaces for mentorships. I am looking to help 5 people who was in a similar position to where I was back in 2018, 2019, when I first got into the industry, build a coaching brand. Personally, I love coaching. I love teaching. I love helping. I am a fixer. That's what I am. If there's a problem, I try and fix it. And that's where I get my satisfaction from. And I want to help you with your problems. So in the link below, there'll be an application. Fill that out, or even head over to my Instagram. Click the link that is below for my Instagram, head over, send me a DM, and I'll be happy to reach out and see what we can do together. As I said, this is only going to be open for 5 people. Mentorship takes a lot of time, but it's something that I enjoy doing, and I've had a couple of spaces open up. So if you're seriously interested in leveling up your own knowledge and your own coaching career, let's get it. Now, on this video, there'll be 2 videos that will be recommended to you, or there'll be a subscribe and a video. YouTube have recommended this to you, so if I were you, I'd watch that video. I'd click subscribe, I'd watch the video, and I'll see you in the next one.